My name is Patricia Ann Lamb, Lamb. I was born in Chicago, Illinois. I was born 7/18/46. This year will be my 70th birthday. I didn't move here until March 18th of 1995. And the reason I know the date, because that was my daughter's birthday. She moved up here a year before I did. And because she wanted to go to high school here. And she had visited here because my sister lived here. And she went to St. Cloud University. When she graduated, she never did come back. So that's the way that went. So she came, she went to Cretin-Derham, and then when she left, because she was my only child, and I cried many days, and I said, why am I here? Lord, what am I to do now? And I heard him say, you're to work with your community. And that's what I did. And that's what I've been doing, because I had started helping with Aurora St. Anthony and volunteering with them. And I've been doing it ever since. And that put me in the community, and that put me out and about and taking classes. And first I said I couldn't do it. I said, you don't have any degrees, you're not smart. But then I realized by living here, I had a lot to offer. And I had a lot to give. And when I got over people getting used to me, because my sister said the people at church is not going to know how to accept you. But because I wore little flashy clothes, not like, I just like colors and stuff. And then one Sunday I said, forget it, this is me. If I want to wear gold today, I'm wearing gold. And ever since then, they'll say to me, Pat, where'd you get that outfit? I say, Chicago. And they just accept me. And I kept on working with the community. And I also realized that with all the prejudice and people being racism and stuff, I said, they gotta know I'm black, not by my color, but by my skin and by how I am. And so I joined a lot of racism teams. And I feel it was up to me to educate the people in these classes. And I did. And that still kept me involved in the community. And I taught other people who was teaching the classes, and I taught them. And I learned how to live and work with different diverse people. Because in Chicago, if you lived on the south side, that's all you really dealt with. But here, you see everybody. I know when I first moved here and went to a Chinese restaurant and I seen a white person waiting on me, I said, this is it. I said, I've never gone to a Chinese restaurant and saw a white person. They said, you in Minnesota. I said, okay. And you get used to that. And people got used to me, and they got used to me working with Rondo. And I heard the stories. I've heard people tell the stories about 95 and the bridge and the freeway and the houses being torn down. But then when you get ready to tell them to tell it to somebody else, I said, tell your story. They can't do it. I said, why? I can't tell it for them because I wasn't here. But I would always try to make the occasion for them to tell a story. And that's why I picked Black History Month, to put the emphasis on Black history. And each year, I picked something about Rondo to tell. And every year I invite the mayor. He comes, and he loves soul food. I invite city council, Melvin Carter used to be city council, and then we had somebody else, and now Dital. I love Dital. I didn't, who would think that being in Chicago all my life and then to be here. I just love this Asian man. He is so nice. He is so sweet. And he smells so good. I tell his wife, I said, your husband's the best smelling man out. And he comes too. And I put a program on, people sing, they do everything. And we definitely have soul food. But this year, when we started out 16, they kept talking about emphasis on health. And I said, oh, I'm going to do that. And we did Barraza. They had Barraza, and that was the first time I had gone. Y'all have to tell me when to shut up. Cause you're just fine. Okay, and I picked that this year. I said, we're going to be healthy. But I really, really thought, I know how people always talking about eating healthy, being healthy, and exercising, doing that. So I got the salad, I got the fruit. Of course, I got the soul food. But would you believe it? They didn't hardly touch that salad at all. Had everything for the salad, everything. But at least I did my part and had the fruit. And this year was Rondo Lives Matter, to let you know that the people in Rondo still matter, and their lives still matter. And even the ones who can't talk, but what I can say how I fell in love with Rondo. Not growing up here, and I feel it in the building I live in. I live in Kings Crossing, and it used to be a police station on that corner, it used to be a ladies' evening, and used to be a store, and used to be across the street, there was an adult bookstore, and there was a liquor store, it was everything. But now that some of the tenants are from Rondo, but you can feel it. You can actually feel it. That building was built on Rondo. Although it's on that corner and everything has been torn down, that's still Rondo. The ancestors of Rondo are in that building. They're in that building, and you can feel it. Because when people come there, there's a closeness, and they feel welcome. I make them feel welcome. You know, you're not just there for a meeting. You're there for a meeting at King's Crossing. I make sure you have things. I make sure you stay there. And that's what it's all about. Now, one year I didn't do Black History. Everybody in the community, you didn't do Black History. You didn't do Black History. And I said, I didn't have the help from the residents. And they said, I will help you. And now, last year, the people, my friends and people in Rondo, they volunteered. They took the day off from work, some of them. A couple of the guys came over there and moved tables and put tables up, came back. Other people came back and set up the decoration and stuff. And this year was the same thing, even more so. Because one of my girlfriends, she traveled with her business. She made sure she left Denver to be back here for my Black History celebration. And people just, they put their heart and soul in it. And that's what it's all about, putting your heart and soul into a community.